seismic shift is happening at our southern border right now that nobody saw coming. The cartels in panic mode. Border towns are reporting numbers that seemed impossible weeks ago, and the reason? Project Homecoming is turning the entire immigration debate on its head with one simple message. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. When you hear the incentives being offered and the unexpected response they're getting, you'll understand why this could be the solution nobody thought possible. And the most surprising part, it's all happening without a single new law being passed. What comes next will leave you stunned. So keep watching. And while we're watching historic changes at our border, let's talk about another major change you might be noticing in your energy and vitality. That healthy food in your kitchen could be secretly draining your testosterone, but there is hope. Test Boost Max combines 8 powerful natural ingredients that help restore what's been stolen from your body. Thousands of men are already experiencing the difference, building muscle, losing fat, and feeling alive again. Want to know which food is sabotaging your strength? Visit sculptnation.com/NNN and watch the free video that exposes the truth. You'll find a link below this video. Just tap more. Okay. Trump dropping the self-deportation shockwave order. Historic executive order now offers one-way tickets, cash exit bonuses, and brutal penalties for those who ignore the clock. The border showdown enters a new phase as cartels panic. We're going to break it all down. So the order details were unleashed. Trump's executive order promises free flights to any nation but here. A CBP home app to book seats, and a $1,000 farewell bonus. Ignore it and face jail, asset seizure, and ICE-chosen fast deportation. Taxpayers save billions. The door is open and the clock is ticking. What a genius move. What a genius move. And the ICE agents don't have to go kick in doors, risking their lives. No, you get a plane ticket and $1,000. Thanks for playing. Let's listen.
Deportation. Today I signed an executive order to launch the first ever self-deportation program for illegal aliens. We are making it as easy as possible for illegal aliens to leave America. Any illegal alien can simply show up at an airport and receive a free flight out of our country. We have also launched a phone app called CBP Home. That's CBP Home, where illegals can book a free flight to any foreign country. As long as it's not here, you can go anywhere you want. We're also adding a very important exit bonus for illegals to further incentivize their self-deportation. This deportation bonus will save American taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. What Biden did to this country can never be explained, will never, ever be accepted. Eventually, when the illegals are gone, it will save us trillions of dollars. However, if illegal aliens choose to remain in America, they're remaining illegally and they will face severe consequences. Illegal aliens who stay in America face punishments including significant jail time, enormous financial penalties, confiscation of all property, garnishment of all wages, imprisonment and incarceration, and sudden deportation in a place and manner solely of our discretion. So to all illegal aliens, book your free flight right now. We want you out of America, but if you're really good, we're going to try and help you get back in. Thank you.
If you're good, we'll help you get back in. Trump Airlines is on the move. The consequences clarified firmly. Tom Homan warns failure to register after 90 days and DOJ files charges. Resist ICE and 8 USC 1253 puts you behind bars. I mean, if you had a choice between going and being, extracted from this country and getting a free plane ticket and $1,000, if those were your only options, what would you pick? I mean, at least this gives people the option. Then they can get their affairs in order. If they've been here for 30 years flouting our laws, they can get their affairs in order. Hey, guys, I'm going to take this plane ticket. I'm going to take this cash. I'm going to go back to my home country. and I'm going to try to get back the right way. It's beautiful.
Because if they don't, they're going to face serious consequences. You know, what we started doing, we're enforcing two laws that we haven't enforced in a long time. Number one, failing to register. If you don't fail to register after 90 days of being here, we're going to prosecute you criminally. Then we're going to deport you. And if you hinder your arrest, if you don't open the door, if you don't answer our questions, if you don't assist in travel documents to your home nation after being ordered deported by the immigration judge, then we're going to prosecute you for that, which is 8 U.S.C. 1253. So we'll prosecute you, we'll put you in prison. When you get out, we'll deport you. We're not playing games. There are going to be consequences. Leave on your own. If you leave on your own and work with us, you can get your affairs in order. It makes sense for them and their families. And leave yourself an opportunity to come back to this country as a visitor or as a student, or if you have a U.S. citizen child, they can petition for you as a parent of a U.S. citizen. There are other avenues to come to this country the right way. But if we have to formally deport you, we got to go find you, and we got to put you on a plane and formally deport you. There are consequences. There are bars from 5 years to 20 years. You can't come back. Some of the bars are forever. So leave on your own and give yourself some opportunity in the future to be part of the greatest country on earth.
Wow. Talk about grace. Cost math has been revealed. Kristi Noem tallies the bill, $17,000 to hunt down, detain, and deport one illegal. Just $4,500 for a self-deport ticket plus $1,000 restart cash. That's 3-to-1 taxpayer win and quicker relief for stretched towns. Amazing. This is genius.
To remove them. True, when you have a president in the White House that is openly saying our laws won't be enforced and facilitating this invasion that happened over our southern border, we had millions of people come. And not just people looking for new opportunities in the American dream. You had people coming that were criminals, murderers, rapists, traffickers, terrorists. And now to remove them is much more complicated, difficult, and expensive. For us to deport someone, that we have to go out and find that individual, arrest and detain them, remove them from the country, it costs upwards to $17,000 if there isn't, more delays than the normal process. That's why we're encouraging people to self-deport. If you are here illegally, we recognize that you may have been here for a period of time, but if you want to leave and have the chance to come back someday, leave on your own. We will facilitate that. We'll buy you a plane ticket. When you land, we will give you $1,000 that you can get started with and provide for your family. That cost of self-deportation is $4,500. So much, much more cheaper for the American taxpayer in how we make sure that we really are following our laws and that the people here in this country, the American citizens, are treated with the respect that they're due by coming here through the legal process and being a part of our future. True, when you have a president in the...
Kristi Noem, gotta love her. She's laying it all out. Charter flights lifting. Supreme Court clears the runway as Houston launches the first voluntary charter. 64 Venezuelans bound for Honduras and Colombia, each pocketing $1,000 via the CBP Home app. DHS says the next planes are already lined up. This is amazing.
From Houston, another victory for President Trump. Yesterday, the Supreme Court lifting a lower court's injunction, allowing the administration to move forward on ending legal protections for some Venezuelan migrants. Plus, the first charter flight for dozens of self-deporting migrants took off. 64 illegal immigrants were flown from Houston back to their native Honduras and Colombia. The Trump administration says it will continue offering a free flight and $1,000 stipend to any illegal alien who self-deports using the Customs and Border Patrol Home app. Another victory for
The planes are lining up. Border stats plunge. Homan touts a 98% drop. Biden era $12,000 crossings a day, down to 211. Fewer cartels, actions, and terror watch list entries. Greatest border president of my lifetime. Here is Tom Homan doing a hit at the Sticks, as they call it, on Pebble Beach at the White House. I know that location very well.
Most secure border. So the President Trump, who's a game changer, and you can like him, I don't care if you like him or love the man, you can't argue with success. His first administration, we handed the Biden administration the most secure border in my lifetime. data proved it. Biden unsecured the border on purpose. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't mismanagement. They knew exactly what they were doing, right? And now, just short time in the administration, today, we have the most secure border in the history of this nation, and the data proves it. The data proves it. I mean, the crossings under Joe Biden got up to, 10, 12,000. You know the crossings were yesterday? 211. 211 too many, but we arrested them all. But when you go from 12,000 to 211, that's the biggest drop in the history of this nation. We got more work to do. Should be zero gotaways, but the bottom line is President Trump, I like him or love him, he's a game changer. I'm a border guy, I'm an immigration guy. As far as what he's done to our border and interior enforcement, he's the greatest president of my lifetime. I know people hate me saying that, but wear my shoes and see the tragedies I've seen in 4 years. I've been with dying children. I've been with dead children. I thought the little girls were raped multiple times by the cartel. When we have 96% less people coming to this country right now, how many women aren't being raped by the cartels? How many women and children aren't being sex trafficked in this country? How many people aren't dying on the border every day? How many people on terrorist watch list is not getting into this country? How many billions of dollars are the cartels not making? President Trump's a game changer. I'm proud to work for him. So the president...
Oh, man, I love it. Second chance path. Here's more from Tom Homan at the Sticks. Formal deportation triggers 5 to 20-year bans as courts slog 5 to 9 years. Self-deport keeps future doors open, work, student, or family visas if you leave now. Join the millions who waited legally, cheat again, and lose America for good.
Or have a U.S. I think people are finally getting the message. If you leave on your own, you can take advantage of legal programs, come back. But we have to go through the process of formal deporting you. There are mandatory bars against you for up to 20 years, sometimes forever. So, if you want to take advantage, come back as a worker, a tourist visa, a visitor's visa, a student visa, or have a U.S. citizen child if you have one, petition for you in the future. Leave yourself open to the opportunity of legal entry. Do things the right way. There's millions of people standing in line right now doing things the right way. Taking the test, doing the background investigations, paying their fees. They're sitting in the back seat. While millions of people are allowed into this country under the Biden administration that simply don't qualify for asylum. Most of them will lose that asylum claim. So while they're clogging up the whole system, in addition to those who want to come in legally, while the millions of fraudulent asylum claims under Biden administration, there are people in this world who really are escaping fear and persecution from the homeland. But they're sitting in the back seat too, because millions of people cheated the system, coming across the border and released in the United States. That caused a significant backlog in immigration court. And that wasn't by accident, it's by design. Let's just overwhelm the system. So it takes 5, 7, 9 years to go through the whole process. If they take advantage of the appeals process, they know exactly what they're doing. That's why they weren't in ICE detention. Because in ICE detention, they get a hearing within 35 days. But for release, millions of the country overwhelm the system, so they don't get a hearing in 5, 7, 9 years. Then maybe there's a Democrat administration in power. Now we can have an amnesty. They know exactly what they're doing. They're playing the long game. But we're going to beat them at it. We're going to ramp up interior enforcement operations and removals. We're going to enforce the law. We're not going to ignore the law like the prior administration did. I think people are finally getting a message.
Returnees are speaking out. Honduran mother recalls hostile U.S. life, trades fear for dignity, debts settled, bags packed. Flight with 29 others landing in, not going to try and say that word. At dawn, nothing was beautiful there. This gives us closure. Okay, so I think this is, I may have to read this. I came back. Let's start over. Hang on. Honduras, self-deporting migrant arrived from the U.S. I came back because things are ugly over there. Over there, everything is difficult. Nothing is nice. Leaving the USA voluntarily guarantees migrants a plane ticket for free and a payment of $1,000 from the U.S. government. There's the debit card. There was a lot of anxiety, Antonio Garcia says, about staying in the USA, especially due to the hostility towards undocumented migrants. There were stories of people being detained with just the clothes on their backs, leaving behind their money, belongings, debts, and unfinished business. In contrast, this program allows them to plan their departures properly. So I'm not going to keep going on with that, but you get the point. Families are exiting together. First Honduras flight carried 64 people, 4 U.S.-born babies included. Each passenger, infants too, took a $1,000 restart grant. Parents said they would rather leave than live in ICE dread or broken American dreams. Footage shows choice. DHS video goes viral. Kids handed teddy bears before boarding Honduras-Colombia flights. Smiling parents relieved. Viewers compare cost-saving Mercy flight to Biden-era detention chaos and pick the easy way.
And take a look. Here's cut 5. These are the first self-deportation flights, according to the Department of Homeland Security, out to Honduras and Colombia. Look at this. So people are arriving, they're packing up their things, they're getting on board the flights, and they're leaving. Now, this arrangement is saving the United States a tremendous amount of money. And yes, they're offering the flights out. They're transporting them out of the country. They're giving them $1,000 in spending cash for the process. Both the United States has secured arrangements with both Honduras and Colombia to provide social services for the people who are coming back. This is way beyond the generosity that we even need to do. And yet we're doing it, and it's at an immense cost savings to the American people. It costs a lot more to send teams in to try and find illegals, take them into custody, and then ultimately deport them, have them in detention. The whole thing costs way more money than the Trump administration is spending now. So this is what they're offering. They're saying, look, we've got this generous deal for you. Generous deal for you. You can take it. We could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. And so the easy way video just came out. Look at that. And people are going to see that and they think, okay, I'd rather take the way where my kids handed a teddy bear and then we're put onto a flight and then we're flown back to our home country instead of everybody gets arrested and thrown into a detention center and then ejected from the United States of America. So these are your...
So the numbers don't lie, and neither do the results we're seeing on the ground. Project Homecoming's message is crystal clear. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And it's working. While critics claimed it couldn't be done, we're proving them wrong day after day. But here's the question that everyone should be asking. If this approach is working so effectively, why did it take so long for someone to try it? What other simple solutions are being ignored by Washington establishment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And here's the question. What do you think about this new approach to border security? The answers might surprise the experts. And head to shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Grab some merch where real news comes first.